All right, love, settle down and take a deep breath with me for a second. Imagine this. It's been one of those days. You know the ones. The tube was delayed, your coffee spilled in your bag, and by the time you get home, you just want to disappear. But then you open your back door and bam! There it is, your own little slice of heaven right there in your backyard. A peaceful garden, buzzing with birdsong, gently swaying leaves, maybe even a hint of lavender in the air. Doesn't that sound like absolute bliss? That's exactly what I'm here to talk to you about today, darling, because let's face it, life in London can be exhausting, and sometimes the only way to really recharge is to come home to a space that feels like a hug from nature herself. And guess what? You don't need a mansion in Notting Hill or a bottomless wallet to make it happen. No, really. So grab a cuppa, sit back, and let me walk you through how to turn that patch of concrete or tired grass out the back into a dreamy, calming garden without breaking the bank or losing your mind. Yeah, it's possible, trust me. Why your garden matters more than you think. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about why this isn't just about having pretty flowers or looking good for Instagram. Though, honestly, if you tag me, I'll be flattered. It's about creating a space where you can actually breathe again, where you can forget about work emails, noisy traffic, and all the madness of city life for a bit. Studies show that being around plants, even just looking at them, can reduce stress levels, lower blood pressure, and improve mood. So imagine how much better you'll feel when you've got your very own green escape right outside your kitchen window. And the best part? You don't have to be some fancy gardener or have a PhD in botany to make it happen. This is about you, your vibe, your style. Whether you're into minimalist Zen vibes or wild cottage-style chaos, there's a garden out there that's perfect for you. Step 1, know what you want from your space. Right, so first things first, let's get clear on what you want from your garden. Are you dreaming of curling up with a book under a tree, hosting friends for wine and nibbles after a long week, or maybe you're more of a quiet meditator who needs stillness and serenity? Whatever floats your boat, write it down. Literally, grab a notebook or open notes on your phone and jot it all down. Visualize your ideal garden moment. Is it morning tea with birds chirping, evening candlelight and fairy lights, maybe a hammock for lazy Sundays? This is your vision board moment, but instead of Pinterest, it's all happening in your head. And once you've got that sorted, you're ready to start planning. Plan like a pro, even if you're a total beginner. You might think planning is boring, but trust me, it's the secret sauce to success. Otherwise, you'll end up buying 10 pots of basil, 2 garden gnomes, and a random trellis you don't even know what to do with. Been there, done that, learned the hard way. Start simple. Sketch a rough layout of your garden. Don't worry about being artistic, just draw squares and circles. You're not Rembrandt. Mark where the sun hits during the day. That's super important because not all plants are created equal. Some love sunbathing, others prefer shade, like us Brits in summer. Note any existing features, like a shed, fence, or a weird drain in the middle of nowhere. These will influence your design. And remember, gardens evolve. You don't have to plant everything at once. Start small, see what works, and build over time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a lush paradise. Choose plants that work with you, not against you. Let's talk plants. Now, I know it's tempting to buy every gorgeous thing you see at B&Q or Waitrose, but hold your horses, love. Choosing the right plants is key to making your garden thrive, especially in our lovely, unpredictable British weather. Stick to native species wherever possible. They're tough, they're resilient, and they won't die on you the second the temperature drops below 15 degrees. Plus, they support local wildlife, bees, butterflies, birds, which is a win-win. Some of my faves include lavender, smells amazing, looks gorgeous, and bees go nuts for it. Rosemary, great for cooking and landscaping. Hostas, perfect for shady corners and low maintenance. Geraniums, cheerful, hardy, and perfect for pots. And if you've got kids or pets running around, opt for non-toxic varieties. Safety first, yeah? Build your dream garden on a budget. Okay, now let's talk money, because I know what you're thinking. But I don't have $10,000 to spend on a landscaper. Well, good news. You don't need to. In fact, you can create an absolutely stunning garden for less than the cost of a weekend getaway. Here's how. Upcycle old furniture. Got an old bench? Paint it. Found a wooden crate at a car boot sale? Turn it into a planter. Secondhand shops and Facebook Marketplace are gold mines for garden goodies. DIY paths and borders. Light it up after dark. Oh, and don't forget the lighting, because your garden shouldn't just shine during the day. With the right lights, you can transform it into a magical wonderland at night. Solar-powered string lights are a total game changer. Just stick them in the ground or drape them over a pergola. Lanterns, candles, and even LED stakes are also fab choices. Add a few comfy cushions and a blanket, and suddenly your garden becomes your new favorite chill-out spot. And here's a pro tip. Warm white bulbs give off a cozier glow than harsh whites, so skip the hospital lighting vibe and go for something soft and inviting. Step 6. Create zones for every mood. Think of your garden like a room in your house. It should have different areas for different activities. Here's how I break mine down. The reading corner. A swing chair, a side table, and a potted jasmine nearby for that extra scent boost. The entertaining zone. A foldable table, some stools, and maybe a mini bar cart for drinks. Oh, and fairy lights. Always fairy lights. The meditation spot. A yoga mat, a couple of stones, and maybe a wind chime or fountain for that soothing sound. The veggie patch. Even if it's just herbs in containers, growing your own food is deeply satisfying. Plus, nothing beats fresh mint in your mojitos. Creating zones makes your garden feel bigger and more intentional. And it gives you a reason to use every inch of it, not just the corner with the bin bags. Bring in water, even a tiny bit. Water has this incredible power to calm the soul, which is why I always recommend adding at least a small water feature, even if it's just a bowl with a floating candle or a tabletop fountain. If you've got the space and budget, a mini pond or stone waterfall can really elevate your garden. But seriously, even a simple bird bath counts. Birds love it, you love watching them, and it adds movement and sound to your space. And speaking of sound, wind chimes, rustling grasses, and crinkly leaves all contribute to that natural ambience. It's like nature's spa music. Invite wildlife into your garden. Bees, butterflies, ladybirds, they're not just cute, they're essential. Pollinators help keep our ecosystem healthy, and your garden can be their safe haven. Plant pollinator-friendly flowers like marigolds, cosmos, and echinacea. Avoid chemical pesticides, go organic or homemade solutions like garlic spray. And leave a shallow dish of water out for thirsty bugs. Bonus points if you install a bug hotel or a bird feeder. It's like Airbnb for insects, adorable and necessary. Make time for maintenance without feeling overwhelmed. Now I know what you're thinking. Great, now I have another chore to do. But hear me out. Gardening doesn't have to be stressful. In fact, it should be the opposite. Set aside a little time each week, say Saturday mornings, to check in with your garden. Water the thirsty ones, deadhead the spent blooms, and prune anything looking unruly. It's therapeutic, I promise. And if you can't commit to daily care, choose low-maintenance plants. Succulents, lavender, and shrubs are all solid options that won't demand your whole life. Also, mulch is your best friend. Spread a thick layer around your plants to retain moisture, suppress weeds, and keep the soil cool. Less watering, less pulling, yes please. Apartment life? No problem. Right, I haven't forgotten about you flat dwellers out there. Just because you don't have a garden doesn't mean you can't bring nature into your life. Vertical gardens are a total lifesaver. You can hang them on balconies, railings, or even inside. Use modular planters, recycled pallets, or wall-mounted pockets filled with soil. Herbs on a windowsill, trailing ivy in hanging baskets, and potted ferns on shelves. All of these bring that green goodness into your urban jungle. And if you've got a south-facing balcony, you're golden. Tomatoes, peppers, strawberries, all totally doable in pots. Just make sure to water them regularly and give them enough sunlight. Final thoughts. Your garden is a love letter to yourself. At the end of the day, your garden, whether big or small, is a reflection of who you are. It's your sanctuary, your happy place, your personal escape from the hustle and bustle of London life. It's not about perfection, it's about connection. Connection to nature, to yourself, and to the joy of growing something with your own hands. So take it slow, enjoy the process, let your garden evolve as you do. And most importantly, don't compare yours to someone else's. Every garden has its own rhythm. Yours is no exception. Until next time, All right, lovelies, that's it for today. I hope I've inspired you to look at your outdoor space, or indoor if you're apartment bound, in a whole new light. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, drop a comment telling me what part you found most useful, or share a photo of your garden dreams in progress. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss another episode of transforming your space into a peaceful retreat. Until next time, stay green, stay